All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. It's me, Daniel, VintageMagic.com. And we got Anthony from Slow Your Roll from Hilo, Hawaii. We're gonna do an intro, like an interview video of his business, what he's all about. But before we begin, quick, I want you to answer as fast as you can.
Oh, God.
Don't make any other.
Okay,
ready?
Yeah.
Masubi or Portuguese sausage?
Portuguese sausage.
Oh, God. Sushi or Italian food?
Oh, I love Italian food.
All right. How about Jace the Mind Sculptor or Alpha Black Lotus?
Alpha Black Lotus.
What? God, give me a break.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
How about Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera?
Christina Aguilera.
Oh, she is hotter, isn't she? And lastly, Rudy or Daniel Chang?
Ooh, Rudy.
Oh, that's the end of the video. Enjoy, guys. Enjoy the interview. God.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.
All right, guys, welcome back. It's me, Daniel, VintageMagic.com, and we got Anthony?
Yep, Anthony Vazone.
Vazone.
Owner of Slow Your Roll.
Let me see that. In Hilo, Hawaii. Okay, guys, so we are in Hawaii. Notice that we are not at the beach right now. We're at a bowling alley. But yeah, with COVID and everything, it's crazy. But Anthony and I are doing some business. I'm going to be helping him sell some cards. So pay attention to the video. There's going to be some great cards for sale. Graded cards, reserve lists, dual lands, you name it, it's going to be there. Even a Beta Mox Ruby. But beginning of this video, I just want to, I have some curious questions.
Sure.
We were talking earlier, why are you selling your cards?
Well, selling the cards for a couple reasons. I'm looking to actually divest a little bit out of higher end Magic cards and looking to actually move that money into a few different things. So we've been doing a lot of Pokemon lately, and I'm looking to kind of move more into the Pokemon singles. And along with that, I'm also starting to get a little into like original Magic art and a little bit of fantasy art. So I'm just trying to like kind of move my money around and make it, you know, just putting in a few different things. And you know, it's a good time to sell some of this stuff because the prices have been steadily going up during COVID. So
right. And by the way, guys, this guy, you guys would never guess. This guy is what, 25?
26.
26. He looks like a 16-year-old. Jesus Christ, with hair.
16-year-old with a beard.
With a beard, yeah. So tell us more about yourself. Did you start with Magic just in Hawaii?
Yeah. So gosh, I've played Magic for a while on and off. I started when I was very young. I guess maybe 3-4, very casually, and then I'd say probably the most of my playing was maybe during the Lorwyn block. Lorwyn, I'd pop in and out. I played during like Innistrad times, original Theros, but yeah, just kind of in and out of Magic throughout the years.
Yeah.
Haven't really been playing too much in the last few years, but just been kind of shifting my focus. Now I play a lot more of the board games. We do board games and a lot more like Pokemon and stuff like that. So
got it.
Yeah, my focus in terms of gaming has shifted throughout the years, but yeah, Magic was kind of where it started.
Yeah. So Slow Your Roll, that's your LGS store, right?
Yeah. So Slow Your Roll, we're a board gaming lounge located in downtown Hilo. It's a little bit different from your typical LGS. You know, your average LGS is going to do a lot of like WPN events and stuff like that. But how we do it is we do a lot of pay to play for board gaming. So we have this large board game library of about 350, 400 board games. And we're in a pretty tight space, about 520, 550-ish square feet. And so we don't fit too many people, but it's like a little cozy, hole-in-the-wall kind of board gaming place for like college types to hang out. Got a lot of folks in like the 20s, 30s hanging out over there.
Right. So those of you guys don't know, the University of Hawaii Hilo is the only Hawaii version on this island, right?
Yes,
the Big Island.
One on this
right.
island.
So we're on the Big Island, guys. That's where the Kona coffee is, What else is around here? I don't know.
Oh gosh,
Lots of stuff.
it's mostly Kona coffee, but I mean, there's also like a lot of goat cheese and like random
Right.
just exports.
Random stuff that you probably may have seen.
Oh, pineapples, a lot of pineapples.
Yeah, macadamia nuts.
Yeah, macadamia
I forgot
nuts.
about that. So we're gonna go into cards a little bit, but Anthony, why the hell are you going to Pokemon? Because that doesn't make any sense. You're getting so this title has to be like LGS owner is selling out,
Shooting himself in the foot.
Yeah, selling out of Magic to go to Pokemon. What? But why? Why? Like vintage Pokemon?
Yeah, a little bit of
Oh,
vintage
okay.
Pokemon, a sealed product. You know, it seems like lately, at least, the community over here, there's a lot more of a shift into the Pokemon direction. I guess maybe because of how casual Pokemon as a game is. It's just a lot easier to teach people Pokemon. It's like in and out. I can teach someone Pokemon and I can get them started on a starter deck within like 20 minutes. It's just like little things like that. And the Magic community here, it's like it's come and gone. It fizzles and then it like reignites. And the thing is though, especially in the Hilo area, the prices of some of these vintage cards or commander staples and all that, it's getting to the point where, you know, it's pricing a lot of folks out. And so, especially during COVID, I've had my Magic business has like substantially dropped off. But in terms of like collections coming in and whatnot, I've had a ton of people come in and they're just selling off their
People
collection.
want to sell out.
They just want to get out of out of Magic. But then on the flip side, I'm getting people like every week who want to start getting into Pokemon, which is really odd. And
Playing or collecting?
both, which is really like you think, okay, well, and so a lot of people playing, but at the same time, we're also getting people coming in with their, you know, out of the closet. Oh, I had Pokemon cards in my closet for 20 years. Turns out they're pulling out like $500 cards they didn't even know.
Right.
Because for the longest time, we're talking about cards that weren't really worth anything. I think the market is starting to shift where at least the base set and early, you know, WotC Pokemon cards are starting to become like, oh, hey, like these guys are like 25 years old. Like there's
Right.
and there's money in it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Now, I'm not familiar with Pokemon as much. I've acquired a lot of stuff throughout the years just because of collections, but are the played Pokemon cards substantially worth something? Can you share a little bit like talk about like the base, first base and the first edition base and the base unlimited, the jungle?
Yeah.
Are the played, because I know the PSA 10s are worth a lot.
Oh yeah.
But 9 sometimes or whatever. But are the, you know how Magic?
I know exactly.
Like your played beta loaded, your played beta Mox Ruby, you know, easily a few $1,000s easily, right? Without looking.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
played.
Yeah.
But the thing is, in Pokemon, is it the same idea?
It's the same idea, but maybe to a lesser extent.
Huh.
And so, like, you'll have a lot of cards that say are base set light play, and like they're starting to hit these numbers where it's like $500-$600 cards, where maybe like even just 2 years ago we're talking like $150. So, I for the most part, it's not. These are not cards that are really played, like you're saying. Like these are not Pokemon. It's more about the collecting side. As for the older cards, we have like players are just looking to like, I like Charizard, so they want to get every Charizard, or like I like Pikachu, so I want to get
one of each.
One of each.
Oh.
They're not looking to particularly like, oh, I want to have the old Pikachu because I want to have it in my deck.
Right.
The old Pikachu is actually pretty bad. But,
Yeah.
But I mean, it's it's limited. It's nice art. People like that old style, like the card framing and all that. So.
Right. Oh, I see. So, would you say, in your opinion, basically, I'm leading to the question: do you think the Pokemon is surpassing Magic?
No, I don't think that.
Okay.
I don't think that, but I do think that.
No, seriously. I mean,
Yeah, no,
being unbiased.
No,
Okay.
yeah, being a complete unbiased, I don't think Magic is gonna go away. I don't think Pokemon's just gonna all of a sudden overtake Magic. I do feel like the games are going to be evolving in the way that I think Pokemon, there's going to be a lot more Pokemon cards that are going to start being worth money. But on the Magic side, a lot of them are going to be worth money, but I just think what it is that a lot of players are getting priced out, and when they get out of the game, it seems to get harder and harder to get back into the game, at least for the older formats.
Got it.
It seems like pretty impossible. And with COVID, it's kind of just like threw everything just
right.
in a
All right. You know what? We'll go back to that question in a different way. So back to what you're saying about being priced out. Are you talking the price has just gone up too much?
I would
is
say
that what it is?
for Magic, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And at least for like where we are here, like
in your demo,
because we're a little unique from the rest of the United States. I mean, we're 4,000 miles away to the nearest state, and so the people here play different formats than, say, maybe the folks on the mainland.
Was it Commander?
Well, I mean, they mostly play Commander, but there's no one playing any of the older formats. Like, there's very few, like, modern and further back, like, vintage players.
Oh, wow, really?
There's not really that many, at least on this side.
It's just draft and standard?
For the most part, it seems like it. And even standard will, I mean, with COVID.
Got it.
Yeah. Makes it
so okay, so I'm going to cut the video at 10 minutes here. Hold on a second. All right, so we're back on this question. So tell people about, like, people don't understand, like, they go to an LGS store like Card Kingdom or Mock Sporting House, whatever, in Washington. It's a lot of people. It's a big store.
Yeah.
Or Star City. Talk about, like, how big of a reach is it here in the Big Island? And then Honolulu is obviously the big one.
Absolutely. So I've noticed in terms of just, like, Magic events, the events have gotten obviously smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
All the way up leading to COVID. Even, I mean, we're talking before COVID happened, there was like a substantial drop in the attendance of these Magic events, where on the Big Island you might get an event where 40 people would show up, and that would be 40 people is a lot for a Big Island event.
40, okay.
40 would be considered a pretty successful event for the Big Island.
Wow.
And so, I mean, we're talking it goes more down to like 18 people, 16 people.
Average, yeah.
Average. And I mean, now with COVID, no events.
Yeah.
We're talking 4 people show up and they play, or if there's like a pre-release, people will, I mean, they're buying their box and they're leaving. No one's sitting around playing, cracking more packs. So it's a different dynamic for sure. As
an LGS store owner, are you keeping your store? Because with COVID, you said business has been pretty bad.
Yeah, I would say the business has been pretty bad, but we've just kind of shifted focus. So more so, we're just trying to pick up. We're trying to pick up like collections of players who are trying to get out of the game, and we're shifting more towards just cutting costs and like going more into the board gaming side. The board gaming side also has been, it does really well, but it comes with its own set of challenges, where how we do it is we have a board gaming library where you come and you pick a game and you play.
Right.
Now you go into problems with like, you have to sanitize the game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, wherever you go, there's going to be problems, but...
do you rent a facility or have it?
Yeah, so I have a 550 square foot space that I lease out, and I was planning on actually getting a much larger space because I mean, I've been operating kind of like, this is like a side gig that turned into a business essentially. Like, this was something that I mean, started out of my bedroom as like TCG player, flipping cards, buying collections, and then got to the point where I was like, okay, I opened up a small space, and I was actually just about to expand to a slightly larger space, or to get the space right next to me. Yeah. And then COVID happened, and then so now it's more like, okay, I want to cut costs, save money. Maybe I can come out of this with a deal. I'm actually even looking into the real estate in the Hilo area. Okay. Possibly, maybe purchasing a commercial space or whatnot. So taking the bad and trying to turn it into something positive.
How long have you been in business now?
Been in business for a little over 2 years.
But you've been doing it for a while.
So I've been doing it here and there, but
all in your bedroom, trading on TCG Player, building your brand.
Yep.
And then you decided to do this.
So a little over a year ago is when I actually made the jump from just online to a physical space. And so my thinking in my head was, well, I'm more into the board gaming now, so I decided to shift it into a board gaming lounge, but still having like kind of like a minimal LGS where I can still sell Magic and Pokemon. So
for those of the young entrepreneurs out there, listen up. I mean, this guy. So did you have like your own? Do you have a day job right now? Or?
I do. Yeah.
Oh, so what do you? Yeah. What are you doing in the day job?
So when I'm not operating the shop, I actually am an IT guy at a financial institution.
Oh. So you bring in decent income.
I bring in decent income.
Got it.
And I do things like I own property that I rent out the other rooms, so I have like I still like live pretty frugally, and so like even though I'm out of college, I still live like a college guy.
But listen up, guys. Those of you who are entrepreneurs, especially in the business school thing we have online, this is a classic case of not going crazy on the overhead, making sure your personal I keep saying it every freaking time. Your personal finances, you're able to you know, he's not over leveraging. He's not like this massive 3,000 square foot place going broke. He's making sure that it's, you know, profitable. If he needs to make changes, he'll make changes. But he has the day job that funds, you know, the operation.
That was basically what got the operation started. Yeah, absolutely.
So ideally, obviously, if you could do this, slow your roll.
Yeah.
That would be your ultimate goal, right? As your full-time thing.
Oh, absolutely. I would love to.
And that's what everybody wants, right? They
Oh,
want
yeah.
to. They don't want to work in their day job. They want to do their own business, and so you're kind of building to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the goal.
That is the goal, and we're hoping.
Yeah.
We're hoping that after COVID's a thing of the past, that it'll be a little bit more manageable.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I think you got something here. Honestly, like the Card Kingdom Mox Boarding House. If you go to Seattle, I've
been to Seattle.
Yeah. You have been to that place?
I have, yeah.
Yeah. So they have the cafe, they got the bar, they got all the games. Their setup has it's all. I mean, it's a huge overhead, but the thing is, like, to look forward to that goal. That's kind of like the goal, right?
Oh, that is the goal.
That right there is the
so
goal.
the goal is essentially, I would love to have the place converted one day into like a cafe during the day, bar during the night. And it would operate as an LGS, and then it would also operate as like a game lounge.
Yeah.
And
It can't just be Magic. I mean, Magic. Would you agree Magic is not sustainable for an LGS store owner just as a primary only business?
I would say
for LGS,
the margins are too low. Like if you're
Yeah.
someone who's like, oh, I'm going to open up an LGS, and you're only doing Magic. You're probably
out of business.
You're going to be out of business in 6 months. It's not
Really?
Yeah. You have to have. You have to like
diversify.
Like we sell a decent amount of merchandise. Yeah. We sell like some locally made board games. We just like dabble in a bunch of things, and you make a little bit here, you make a little bit there. But then what happens is you add that all up, and it's like, okay, this is an actual business. It's not. You're not going to just hop in and be like, okay, I have a big Magic collection. I'm going to sell this, and all of a sudden, like I have a business. Yes and no. That's kind of how I started. But you can't. You have to have the mindset of someone who can diversify the product lines.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, are you doing talk about social media? Are you doing YouTube? Are you doing TCG Player, eBay? How are you doing this?
Online I do quite a bit of TCG Player. I dabbled in eBay, but I was just having a lot of problems with that. Maybe just because of the fact that it's hard to get a foothold in eBay. There's just
interesting.
Yeah, you have a lot of cases come in. People try to scam you when you're a new seller. But TCG Player, it seemed to be. I was able to transition from just like a casual seller to certified game store pretty fast. So in terms of that's where I do most of that kind of stuff. And actually, that's kind of part of the reason why I want to offload some of this higher end stuff. It doesn't move as fast on TCG Player.
Interesting, really.
While on, say, like eBay, maybe it has to do with it having
the auction, and but I think I think the format of TCG Player seems very you're right, like the quality of the pictures or the lack of descriptioning.
Yep, exactly.
It doesn't seem like it's a more of a fluid, dynamic market.
Yeah, and so
for that kind of high end stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So for example, we move a lot of stuff that's in the $20 to $50 range. We move it all the time, and
all night long.
Yeah, all night long, and customers don't complain about cards like that. But when you're getting into the $500-600 cards, what you might think is light play, they might complain and say, that's moderate play, and then you're gonna just run into a lot more cases.
Are you using stock photos a lot on TCG Player?
Well, TCG Player, you don't even use photos unless you're listing high-end stuff, right? So
weird.
But because you can list the other stuff so much faster, it's like, well, I could.
It's volume for you guys.
It's volume. It's all about volume for us.
Got it. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why what will happen is these collections will come in. I'll flip most of the stuff, and then I'll put all the reserve list stuff on the side. And then every once in a while, I'm like, okay, it's time to offload some of this. So
Got
that's
it.
kind of exactly.
Oh man, and I know some TCG players heavily on price. People go off the, what's the lowest price or
lowest listing.
Yeah, whereas eBay,
sold.
you can really kind of see quality versus just the price.
Absolutely.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was really good. Well, Anthony, thank you for hanging out. I think what I'll probably do, guys, is we'll make this like a 2-part video. We're going to go into the cards in the next videos and talk about some of the cards. but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll put Anthony's Slow Your Roll and Hilo Hawaii website, right?
Yeah, www.slowyourroll.com.
All right, and we'll put that on the link below. Hope you guys check it out. I've been doing these LGS World Tours, these reviews before going to the locations. So I think I'll probably kind of go to your location one of these days.
Yeah, of course.
It's not that far. Hilo, by the way, from Kona is what, like
hour
and a half,
yeah.
maybe tops. All right, guys, aloha.
Aloha.
And we'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, enjoy the cards and bid on them below. The link will be below. Thank you everyone for joining me. It's me, Daniel, with VintageMagic.com. I'm excited to share more about our appraisal services. All right, so the first step of the appraisal process is determining if your items are authentic. After determining that the items are authentic, we will then do a market evaluation of your items. So oftentimes clients ask me, hey Dan, I want to insure my collectibles. Well, after the authenticity and evaluation part of the appraisal process, I would then construct an official letter and we would send that off to the insurance company. Your insurance provider would then offer you insurance based on the evaluations and authenticity. We also offer pre-grading services. So collectors who are looking to save money on grading can go through us. We will actually grade and authenticate the cards before you send it off to grading, and that will save you potentially thousands of dollars on grading fees. Also, we offer estate collection services. So basically, if you've acquired a collection over the years, either from a family member or yourself, and you want to pass it down to your kids, we're able to determine valuations based on the levels of today.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.